Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps make the content better. She appeared at my front door like she had never been gone. Same sly grin, same familiar perfume, same unshakable audacity. 12 years had passed, and she still assumed she could stroll back into my life as if she owned it. "I'm moving in," she declared. Her suitcase was already gliding across my porch. I didn't flinch, didn't hesitate. I simply slid a folder across the counter and said, calm and unshakable, "Sign here." That was the moment everything started to unravel. For her, not me. There was a time I would have flung open the door with open arms. She was my sister, Lena, the golden one, the charmer who could twist our parents around her finger and somehow cast me as the villain. When I launched my small design business, she claimed she'd help. She offered to manage the finances. I trusted her. Family was supposed to mean security. With her, it meant meticulous sabotage. The cracks came slowly. Missing invoices, unpaid clients, transfers I never authorized. I asked questions. She laughed. "You're paranoid," she said. "You should be thanking me for keeping you afloat." Then she made her move. One conversation with my parents. Words I never heard, but their silence spoke volumes. Suddenly, I was the unstable one, the ungrateful child, the black sheep accused of stealing from the family fund she controlled. I never got a chance to defend myself. They cut me off completely, blocked my calls, erased my existence. I watched them sell the house we grew up in and move into one she picked out. She had replaced me entirely. 12 years passed. Not a single word. But I never forgot. I started over with nothing. A rented basement, a cracked laptop, and a roster of clients who owed me respect, not favors. I quietly rebuilt my name under a different brand. Nights spent working, contracts studied, people analyzed. Trust became a science, measured, verified, and signed. Slowly I climbed. The same voices that whispered about me now quoted my work. The industry that shut me out began calling me visionary. I didn't need apologies. I needed proof that I could succeed without them. When my business finally took off, when I held the keys to my first house, the one I earned, I didn't broadcast it online, didn't announce a thing. But somehow, she always found out. She did. The next morning, there she was, standing at my door, faux smile in place, eyes sweeping every inch of my success. "Wow," she said, "you really made it." Then, without pause, "Anyway, I've had some problems. Divorce, money stuff. But this house, God, it's perfect. I'm moving in." I nearly laughed. Instead, I made tea, let her chatter, let her feel in control. She boasted as usual about how Mom and Dad still supported her regarding the inheritance she managed. Then she slipped, too comfortable in her arrogance. She mentioned a property she couldn't sell because my name was still on the deed, the family home. She'd forged my signature years ago for partial ownership. I'd known, but I stayed silent, gathering proof. I waited for the moment she would need me, and now she did. I placed the folder on the counter. Inside, a legal document I prepared weeks earlier when I saw her name on an old property record. "If you're moving in," I said, "we'll need to put in writing." She rolled her eyes. "Still with the paperwork?" "It's me, your sister." I smiled. "Exactly." She skimmed the first page impatiently. The document wasn't a lease. It was a property release, transferring complete ownership of our parents' house to me. Her signature would erase her rights entirely. I didn't hide it. I let her read every word. I wanted her to feel the cost of her arrogance. "You can stay," I said softly, "once you sign." She hesitated, then scoffed. "You think I'm that stupid?" "No," I said. "I think you're that desperate." And she needed an address for legal filings, a stable front to convince the court she wasn't broke. She needed me far more than I needed her. She signed. Every practiced, elegant letter of her name sealed her downfall. 2 days later, I filed the document, legally airtight. The property she had stolen was now completely mine. When she found out, she called. Trembling voice, rage simmering. You tricked me. No, I replied. You walked right in. Silence. Then the sound of her breath catching. That was the instant she realized the war she started had ended years ago. She just never noticed she had already lost. Now, when I walk through the house she once said I'd never afford, I feel only calm. The walls no longer echo with guilt or anger. They hum with peace. My parents still don't call. Maybe they never will. That's fine. Some things aren't worth chasing. But sometimes I glance at the folder in my desk drawer labeled Lena Final, and I smile. Justice doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it's just a signature on the right line at the right time. And all it takes to finish the story is sign here.